And we are live. Poor Starla. Are we reading that right? You've got the coof in quarantine? Oh no. Oh man.
Man, that's tough.
Just stick around. Well, hope you're doing okay.
You sure it's the coof?
Well, she wouldn't be in quarantine if she was. She didn't have the coof.
Yeah, those tests, you never know.
Yeah.
And there's so much crap going around, and people are down everywhere getting pneumonia and that kind of thing.
Let's see who else is in. See if there's anybody else in here. Participants. Oh, she's not even. Starla's not even here.
Huh.
There's Joseph G. What's up, man? Glad you could make it. We're just Space Girl. Thank you. We're going to hang out for just a minute and before we start the update. Yeah, it's been one of those days. First day back at work since Thursday.
Yeah,
just one of those days.
Yeah.
Hope everybody's doing well.
Hope everybody's holidays went well. Yeah, and it was busy.
For me, it was.
Yeah.
But
oh, saints! Not here. There's no saints in this house. Thank you, though. Oh goodness, man. So yeah, we've got quite a bit going on. Quite a bit happened. I nailed a new recipe. So was trying to figure out and do some things. I like a chicken Alfredo, and man, I don't know if you guys have seen cheese prices lately, but I had to figure out, well, not just prices, but the availability of it. So, hey, random. And so I had to figure out what I was going to do, and I actually like this recipe better.
Yep, knocked it out of the park.
Good too.
It was really good.
Yeah, so we're going to share that with you. I've got some in the freeze dryer now.
You're going to make a video?
Yeah.
They're going to be so happy.
So I'll get that done, but I want to get it out of the freeze dryer and then show you guys the cooking, getting it to the freeze dryer. Depending on how long that video goes, unless you can edit it or maybe do it in 2 portions. I don't know how you want to do it. We'll reconstitute one of the Alfredos. Mm-hmm. And so kind of see how that goes, because I'm telling you, it's amazing. The cheese comes back. I've done mac and cheese, and oh man, it's delicious. The cheese comes back like nothing.
And we were going to do we got a bunch of ravioli that's getting near the end of its
expiration date.
Near its expiration dates, and it's been back in the back of the house. So we got to do something with it.
Hey, Pat.
And so we freeze dried some of it too, and it turned out pretty good too.
Yeah.
Scanes, I hope you're okay. We were looking at today. You guys got some tornado warnings today, didn't you?
Yeah. They had Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Tennessee.
Mid-Tennessee, yeah. So quite a few of the people that come in here on a regular basis.
Yeah.
We're under tornado watches today. I hope you guys were.
We had warnings yesterday in some counties here. So that was a really weird storm that came through. And I had to go to the store last night to pick up some things. And I almost turned around. You just couldn't see anything. The fog was so thick.
Yeah, it was misting all day long. It didn't really rain here. I mean,
it did later.
Made it enough to get wet. It was just wet all day long.
Joseph, will you stay safe? It does not look good for you guys out there.
Yep. Make sure you're watching the weather.
Yeah. Yep.
So what else did you do this week?
Did I do? Well, we had
the updates.
Oh, nothing really. I spent time with family.
Yeah.
So we do an annual girls lunch, and then some retail therapy and that kind of thing. Found some really good deals. Actually, it was very interesting. And I was telling G, because when we went in there, it was really weird. Like usually people go shopping.
Where'd you go into?
An outlet mall of all places. Okay. Yeah. And so it's an outdoor outlet mall, that kind of thing. Okay. The first thing is we went to lunch, and the people, this is Granite City. It's not, you're not talking McDonald's, you're paying hefty duty for your meal. And it took forever to get seated. They weren't sure what they were going to do about staffing, or something with staffing and how they were going to seat us. And then the manager actually took and went away to go do an interview while they're short staffed and everybody's waiting at the front door. And so I get seated. And then Hannah showed up, and then everybody else came in, and we were like, well, okay, great. Well, it took forever to get our food. And then when we were ordering, the waitress wanted to argue with Mama Rose about how she was ordering her food. And so she wanted avocado on a sandwich. Well, it was a hot sandwich. Well, hot to her, they're from California. So it's mostly toasted. It's not a melt. So instead of explaining that it was a melt and not toasted, the waitress just got nasty with her. And so finally, I just kind of stepped in and I said, well, your lettuce is going to get soggy. Just don't put lettuce on it. But she wanted the avocado. And the waitress was offended because she wanted the avocado. Well, then it just gets worse. It just all went downhill from there. And so by the end of it, it took us forever to get our check. We were literally in there 2 hours. It took us 2 hours to get out of there.
And this is why I don't like going out to restaurants.
Yeah, it just something's weird, something funky's going on. And then, hey, dude, I see you, Manfred.
Manfred's going after the puppy's food.
And so, so then we go over to the outlet mall, and you would have thought, because we went on Thursday, usually the shopping time is the day after Christmas. That's when the hot sales go on. So, you know, we weren't thinking we were really going to find much. We figured it would be pretty emptied out. And it wasn't. It was full. So like I found jeans for $12. And then when we went over to the country store, when I went over there, we've been having a hard time. I don't know about you guys, silver rounds, and the spot on those are so incredibly high. And there's a jewelry that I love, Montana Silversmiths, and I've been in love with them for years. And very good quality, real silver, just wonderful. And finding jeans for $12 at the clearance rack. Yeah. And these were like the 501s, like the Levi's. They were button ups. So cute. But the jewelry, it was on clearance. So I looked at the clearance and it had already been marked down twice. And so I was getting sets that had to be, well, you felt the one, the necklace and earrings. What do you think? Close to 2 ounces?
Ounce and a half.
Ounce and a half. And I paid $33 for that set. And then everything else, nothing more than $15. And so when I saw those, I was just like, I'll take it all, because we keep a stash away so that we can pick up silver when we can. And I think this is probably the way we're going to start doing it. I think just alternative, right? It'll be a good trade. It'll pay for itself in the end, and always somebody will buy it back. So as long as I know what I've got in it. So yeah, so we did that. So that was weird, but and then we went into like, what is so special about Kate Spade? I have no idea. Like the woman died
in Kansas. That's why it's important.
The woman died, and now everything is just super expensive. There was a jacket, and there was nothing fancy about the jacket. It was like a marshmallow puff jacket. And so I went to go look at it because it was kind of cute. And I went to go look at it. It was $850.
I'm so glad you didn't buy those. Those are so ugly.
Oh man. Well, if it hadn't have been $850, I might have. And so, and the guy told me, he's like, don't worry, sweetie. It's on sale, 50% off. And I was like, I'm still not paying $425 for a jacket. Not unless it's shearling or fur. So he won't buy me a fur coat. He says I'll get paint on it.
Skeins, where are you finding jeans for $4 at Goodwill? Not around here.
Nope.
Man, Goodwill's almost
$10. I've seen.
Goodwill in this area is about the same as retail. Seriously,
no, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
You got to go on military discount day.
It's getting hard. I used to really enjoy going to like the half price, the thrift stores and stuff, but everybody's going to them now, and they get picked over, and all that's left there is junk. Same thing. We used to do the reclaimed freight auctions, and they first off, they started pulling all the good stuff and stick it in their slug. And then all you got was the crappy stuff. And then people showed up and were paying way too much money for this terrible stuff.
Well, and I think what happened too is like so many people are doing side gigs around here. And so we've seen them at festivals and stuff. And so the vendors will show up and basically they go through everything and they buy all the leather goods and then turn around and sell those for a profit. And I think that the thrift stores have just caught on to that, and so they're going to go ahead and take their money first.
Hey, RN, I hope you guys are doing well down there. Everybody else from that area has been hit with the storms and all that, but they all seem okay.
Louisiana is a poor state.
Yeah.
I know it's not.
But, so yeah, and then I spent all. I told my boss today that I was glad to be back at work because I was able to take a rest. I worked really hard. We started rehabbing and I got a lot of work done on it, and I realized that I am terrible at shooting construction videos, and when you stop and set up the camera and film it, and then stop and set up the camera, it takes 3 times as long to do something. And I spent 9-10 hours every single day this weekend out there working on the pantry. I got it done. I did get some video. I was going to finish up that video tonight, but it's so cloudy and overcast here that it was too dark to film by the time I got home at 4:30.
Yeah, Tag, that was wonderful. So we had a member come out and they looked at their property and stuff, and so we all decided that we were going to go ahead and go to dinner and on New Year's Eve, and there was 28 of us that showed up.
Was there that many?
Yeah, 28. And then we were -3 because 3 of them didn't know if they were going to make it or not. How you doing
tonight?
And so, but there was 28 of us. It was a wonderful time. In fact, we closed down the place and they did not kick us out. And then finally, Tag said, everybody pay attention. It's 10 o'clock. They're closed. And so we were like, holy smoke. I can't believe it's 10 o'clock. We almost rang in the new year up there. So.
I'll tell you what, we got home. No, it was a little bit before 10 because we got home at 10 and I was in bed and asleep by 10:15 on New Year's. I was so tired. I was yawning on the way home and was just ready to go to bed. I was I'm not gonna lie, 2020 was terrible. And I was glad. I wanted to get to sleep so 2023 could roll around. And then you guys saw the video that I did on New Year's Day that we had those 3 lambs and they're out there, they're doing really well. The new mama, she's not really quite sure what to do, and the other mamas are kind of showing her, and her baby's really small. We got 3 females and 2 males out of it, and she's really small. The
three females?
3 females and 2 males.
Oh, I thought it was the other way.
No, and then the twins that there were are doing great. They're not small, but they're not really big. But the other 2 are just massive, for the one being a week old and the other one being 4 days old. But they're all doing really well. We got cold weather tonight. They should be okay because it's not too terribly cold. And then we got in the 50s on all the rest of the week, so we should be pretty good. Should be pretty good with them.
Yeah. Oh, good. So Starla and Tag are getting the Mexico thing going.
Oh, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah, the more we spread out, the better.
Oh, absolutely.
But, yeah. So I know some people have their bug out location down in Mexico. Why? I have no idea. But oh well.
It's cheap.
Yeah, but if you're an American citizen, you can take it.
You can't own land in Canada anymore unless they allow you to if you're not a citizen. They just announced that yesterday or today. It's kind of crazy. I wish Terminator was in here so we ask her about what she knows about that.
Yeah, it's getting weird everywhere. And then what was it? You were watching Doug and Stacy, Off Grid with Doug and Stacy today, and the video. I couldn't believe what I was hearing when I was in the kitchen. He had it on the computer, and it was over in the UK, and you're going to be allotted 100. What was it? 100?
In Oxford, England, the city council is looking at splitting the city up into segments that it takes 15 minutes to drive across, and you're not allowed to cross from section to section unless you leave the city, go around the ring road, and come back in on an authorized road. It's to save the planet, it's a climate thing.
Yeah,
and
so
you're
don't kill old people.
You're going to have 15 minutes from schools, work, stores, etc., and they're going to have e-gates to keep people from doing that. And if you cross unauthorized, they're going to fine you.
And you only get 100 authorizations.
You get 100 permits to travel between sections every year. Mm-hmm. And the lady that was doing the video made the point. She said, "This is real. This is actually happening. They're going to start it in 2024 and have it fully implemented in 2025 in Oxford, England." But if you go watch the video if you haven't watched it, it's actually a pretty interesting video. You get to hear Doug sing, which is weird. It was. You got to admit.
It was cute.
But yeah, it's a very interesting video, and I'll put the link. I'll put the link down below after this is done. Speaking of the animal, we were talking about the animals. So in chat, did anybody have any problems with any animals? Did anybody have any animals that had a hard time in the cold weather? We had that one chicken I talked about. I don't know if I did it on the video or not.
Yeah,
but
you did.
I did, but she had frostbite on her feet, and now it looks like she's got some nerve damage because she does not get around like she used to. She's getting better a little bit at a time.
Which one of the viewers said was going to happen?
Yeah, but we've never. How long have we had chickens?
Years.
We've had chickens for almost a decade now.
Yeah,
almost a decade now, and we have never had that happen.
But it was really interesting because I found some vitamin drench, so we'll just go put that on her and see if that helps. But
she's got nerve damage. I mean, there's not much we can do about it.
Well, but we can help her.
Joseph G says Pinball did a video on that UK city travel restrictions a while back. Yeah, it was very interesting. Orange, we don't have any animals yet, but we had 9 degrees about 10 days ago, and now it's 72. Yeah, that was the craziest thing because it was negative 41 wind chill that Friday that lamb was born. And 2 days ago, I was in a t-shirt out here.
Yeah.
It wasn't 72 degrees, but I was working in a t-shirt because I was nice and hot. Yeah, it was just, that's not nice, Starlet, calling your husband a donkey. But I agree with him. I'm getting to the point I don't like the cold either. No, but it was just been a really weird weather patterns around here recently.
But on a side note, we got the pantry started.
That's right.
And so all the garage door is now a wall. And then we got half the flooring in. So we'll get the subfloor, and we'll get the rest of it. I'll go make a lumber run tomorrow, get the rest of it done, and then we'll start working on walls. I think we're going to go a different route. I don't think we're going to do drywall. I think we're going to go ahead and do OSB for the walls. And reason being, it just makes more sense. We can go ahead and build shelves and everything right off of that.
It's $1 cheaper.
Yeah, I'm not worried about
than
the
drywall.
dollar.
It's got more structural integrity than drywall, and it lasts a lot longer. And it's just going to be a pantry. So who cares? And I got the idea from Tag. Tag's the one that turned me on to the idea about using 7/16 OSB on the walls. So hats off to him. He's the one. He's the one that turned us onto that, and it's looks like it's going to be a great solution. But yeah, once we get that, it's going to be. And you're probably going to hear this in this video, in the video that I'm doing, but it's giving us about 240 square floor space and almost 9-foot ceilings in it. Plus there's going to be storage up above the ceiling. So we'll have a whole bunch of extra space. So we'll be able to start clearing stuff out and organizing and finding stuff. We were just talking today. We've been looking for some things and we can't seem to find it because it's all buried out in the outbuilding.
Yeah, RN, if this was in the processing kitchen, beadboard would be an option. I would spend that extra money. But because this is the pantry, it's just the food pantry. So I think with the food pantry, I think OSB is going to do just fine. And it's $9.90 a sheet versus $15. But that being said, again, if it was my processing kitchen, we would be doing $15 a sheet of beadboard.
There's Rosie. Hi, Rosie.
Hey, Rosie.
Another one getting hit by the storms. Man, it seems like everybody in the chat tonight is out where the storms are.
Yeah.
Hey, Jason.
Semi-feral cat. How'd that go?
Became a permanent fixture.
Oh, goodness. Hey, Kentucky.
But yeah, other than that, it was the holidays just didn't seem like holidays this year. I was telling her that we didn't even get a popcorn bucket at work, which, I've worked in corporate America since I got out of the Marine Corps in 95. So what's that, 28 years now? And you always get a popcorn bucket. We didn't even get one of those from somebody this year.
You know what's weird too? I was looking for the popcorn popper and I
It's up there.
couldn't find it. There it is.
It's up there.
And so I think I'm gonna make popcorn. I've had this craving for popcorn.
Great, and I can't have any.
Well, I'll just make a little bit then for me.
But yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. We're not getting hit by the storms like everybody else, so we're pretty happy. It was cold and overcast today, but it wasn't.
Kind of gloomy today, really.
Yeah, it really was.
Yesterday and today, it's just hard to get out and get motivated to do anything because it was so freaking dark. It was dark.
I got up and fed the animals and went to work. I was extremely motivated. 2023, the past 3 days has been good. I hope. I understand it. I realize it's just a small crosscut of the year, but it's the trajectory is headed in the right direction.
Jonathan, so his new job, yeah, you say that the popcorn's more than what you get in your office. You're actually treated pretty good. They get gift cards for Thanksgiving, and then you also get them for Christmas. This year was a little weird because the gift cards that they got were like from the big city. So with the amount of it, you were spending that has to go use the gift card. But I ended up just bartering the gift cards for things that I wanted at the flea market.
So Joseph G, my two sons of my first cousin were kidnapped and held at Ranch Monterey some years back. Fortunately, they were released unharmed after ransom was paid. Okay,
whoa,
that's crazy. We were talking. One of the things we wanted to do when we first got married was we had a 1984 Jeep CJ7, and we wanted to go across National Highway 2, which runs from San Diego to Juarez, parallel on the border. And by the time I got out of the Marine Corps,
wanted to. I didn't.
By the time we got out of the Marine Corps, it wasn't safe to be down there.
Well, we actually had somebody. They own a restaurant, actually now a chain of restaurants, and he basically let me know flat out, don't go down there. You're white American, and they're cutting heads off down there. It's not good.
Oh, Rosie's in cooking mode.
Yeah, Rosie. So you missed it. I nailed. I'm gonna have the video coming up. I've got them in the freeze dryer right now. As soon as those come out, we'll do it again so I can show you guys how to make it. But I did a chicken Alfredo that just banged it out of the park. Usually I would just do a Parmesan, but I mixed the cheeses this time because I had to. And just the adjustment was amazing. So you liked it. I had you try it. You liked it.
She gave me a fork full of noodles and sauce, and I got more carbs in that fork than I had the past 3 days combined. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, Starlet 2009, 2010 was very different than the last 5 years. So it wasn't really safe then either, but not nearly as corrupt and bad as it is now. And, help her. And yeah, especially for women's gains, girl. Yeah, not good at all.
I don't understand why that would be.
Because she's talking about Juarez. That's why.
Oh.
And so, yeah, I don't know. I can't believe, when I was a kid, we lived in San Diego as a teenager.
God, we used to go to Tijuana almost every weekend.
And I would literally, 13 years old, we'd walk over the border, get on the bus, pay 10 cents, and then go down to Rosarita and work at Ramon's mom's restaurant. And so it was just crazy, the blonde hair, green eyes, and I had absolutely zero problems. But yeah, no, you couldn't pay me to do that today. No way.
God, I wonder if that fish factory is still outside of Rosarita.
Fish factory is in Ensenada.
Well, it's
in Ensenada. Well,
it was north of Ensenada. Okay, you're right.
Ensenada. Because you could smell it when you were
eating. Oh my God,
out.
you could. Oh, and when you had a hangover. When you had a hangover, that was the worst place to drive by. My goodness.
Yeah.
Text says, "There's a chance I'm going to Mexico. Derek Bros is building a community there. I think he's crazy." Indiana Mike shows up with his Navy slang. We'll teach him how to proper here someday. I was in the middle of a shootout in December 2010 and was forced to come home or I would still be there. Yeah, that would be
see, so yeah,
that would be a reason to
come home.
yep. RN says, I went to the coast in Mexico, July 1990. One restaurant owner was afraid I was going to die from the heat. It does get a little hot down there, doesn't
It
it?
is, yeah.
Well, do you have any more? I mean, it was kind of.
It's been a relaxing
I-
2 weeks,
I
really.
literally spent all my time working outside and working on the pantry the past 2 weeks. I mean, the pantry job was out of 8 days, I worked for 5 days straight. And
Yeah, just to do that, and that's exactly it. And that's what when I got with Garen and we started going to Tijuana, I always made him put his money in a sock, take all jewelry off, and then you leave $1 in your wallet. That way you can pay him off with $1 and a phone number from a girl, and not have to lose your entire wallet.
I had run-ins with Mexican policemen in several different cities over the years because I was stationed in Yuma, which is right across the border from Algodones. But yeah, so that's the updates. I hope let me know if the videos since Christmas have been a better quality because we do have new equipment, and I was kind of wondering if you guys could tell a difference in that. I should have done this at the beginning. I don't know if there's any of our new subscribers. We picked up like 120, 26, 130 new subscribers in the last week.
Yeah, you guys, thank you so much. That's great.
Yeah, we wanted to say thank you. And we wanted to let anybody know that's in here that what the channel's about. So you guys have been around for a while. You've heard this before, but if there's anybody new that watches this, we started our homesteading journey about a decade ago, but in the last 2 years, it's kind of changed. The focus of the channel started out with homesteading in mind, but now we are more freedom and community minded. We still do the information we pass along. It still deals with that stuff. Our main focus is homesteading and her cooking videos, the sharing the recipes that from our family, and freeze drying and stuff just to help people get by.
Preserving food, cooking on the cheap, cooking from scratch. A lot of people have forgotten how to cook from scratch. And just cutting some of those chemicals and pharmaceuticals, things like that, out of your body and bringing in things. It's all related to homesteading, really.
Also in the last 6 months, I've started going and doing a lot more prepper videos on how they relate to not only prepper, but being prepared, but the way it relates to homesteading. And so you're going to see basically those three types of videos: homesteading, the cooking videos, homestead cooking, and frugal cooking, and preparedness videos. So,
well, because a lot of it, and one of the questions that had come up, there was a homestead. They called themselves a homestead, and they popped up on Facebook, and she wanted to know how to make 6 hamburgers out of a pound of hamburger. And
that's your cooking videos.
A ground burger, yeah. And don't make 6 hamburgers out of a pound of ground beef. You make a meatloaf. And so that's really how it started, because I started realizing people just didn't know. They're not knowing how to make their food stretch and literally going without food. And there's no need to do that, especially on a homestead. Absolutely zero need. You could go out and get a salad out of your yard literally every day.
Well, Skeins, you quit spending time with those kids and grandkids and watch our video. No, don't do that. Our family's way more important.
Yeah, way more important.
Tag's right. This is my country. I'm not leaving. I've traveled around the world. I've been to 25 different countries. I lived in Japan for a year. Well, Okinawa is Japan, but I also visited mainland Japan too. I've been all over. I've seen everything, and as screwed up as things are here in the United States at times, you know what? You don't see anybody risking their life swimming across rivers or crawling through barbed wire to go these places that I visited.
Yeah.
So
that's funny, Starlet. Yeah. And so Indiana Mike, that's how I used to remember. I always did really weird stuff like this in school. And so the way that I remember Buenos Dias is Dias eggs. So Dia's got eggs, and so then that's good morning. Buenas noches, then you can have nachos for lunch, and then buenos tardes is late. You're tardy, right? So
Okay.
I'm stupid, right?
SOCKS.
Right.
Socks.
Right. So just stupid stuff like how I remember those things.
If you want to remember, if you want to ask what time it is, just think of your socks. That's that one thing I remember from Spanish class. But yeah, so it was fun. But again, no, you didn't teach me that. That was we were on a road trip going through New Mexico, and
that's right. It was on the radio.
That was the New Mexico information channel outside of Algodones. Yeah, that's why I remember that. Two nephews born in Japan, military kids, right? I hope. Well, I'm just assuming. I shouldn't assume.
That's crazy. Stop that.
Yeah, Starla, we really we are thankful that you guys take your time and getting more subscribers just makes it more imperative that we up our game and doing and we're trying. We're slowly getting better. Kind of feel like the first year that we did YouTube, we're kind of a I don't want to say waste, but we were extremely bad. We were extremely bad. It's really kind of cringy. We talked about that last week. Oh, puppy needs to be held. She's all upset.
No, she is just yawning.
Manny's sitting at Angela's feet and wouldn't let the puppy get near me.
Right in front of the food bowl.
But she's doing good. She went out with me the other day and she was all happy until the chickens ran up, and she was kind of not quite sure about the chickens. And then Roger came up and just gobbled at the top of his lungs, and it was like there was a rocket underneath her. She flew back up onto the porch in front of the door. Starla says, I put all my friends on Facebook, only use my seed groups, homestead groups, and DIY groups. No friend list to speak of. Proud of myself, less drama. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Joseph G, I've been to Scotland, Portugal, Spain, Sicily, Greece, Bulgaria, Romania, Georgia, Turkey, and Israel.
Wow.
See, and all my beautiful
places I'd love to go.
All my experience overseas is along the Pacific Rim and the Middle East. You know, not gonna. I'm gonna admit
you got a nice tour of Somalia.
Yeah. Well, I did a sea tour of it. We never did go on land. We had one detachment that went on land for a little bit, but the rest of the time we were on board the ship. Yeah. That was close enough for me. Thank you.
That was a cluster. That was botched. There was a leak.
But yeah, so that was a cluster. Yeah. Okay, so are we done with the updates?
Yeah.
Is there anything else we got to talk about update wise?
No, not update wise. No. I don't think so. I think we're all good. Maybe this spring I might do a paint party. Get people over. Paint the house.
It's going to be fun.
Huh?
I said that's going to be fun.
Yeah. We got to figure out what to do with that roof too.
Paint it silver.
So I think you have to have like a special.
So it reflects the sun. Okay. So we've done the update. Last week I did basically a farm happening news type thing. I thought we'd do that again because I went there and I was reading some stuff today and I ran across some things that may affect us as a community. If you're homesteading or you're thinking about homesteading, or even if you're worried about food prices, these may affect. The first one is I was reading Max Hastings was talking about there's a big download of government reports coming out on Thursday. Well, Max Hastings does farm updates. And so I just naturally assumed it was USDA related. So I went and looked at the USDA site and there's nothing coming in on Thursday. They've got one on Wednesday, which really the reports that are coming out really didn't strike me as being that big of news. And there's one on Friday, which has got a couple that could affect the markets. One is the weekly export sales report, and the other one is the livestock and meat international trade data. And so I could see where those would affect the market, but it didn't seem like what he was talking about. So if anybody has any information about any big reports that the government's going to release on Thursday, say something in chat because I kind of interested in when they say it's going to affect the markets. That concerns me, not because of the markets per se, but because of all the ripple effect. You see that Jason had their litter of pigs. How many did you have?
Yay, awesome.
Bacon bits. That's what those are. Those are bacon bits. The next piece of news was the Biden administration rewrote the definition of the Waters of the U.S. Act, and it overturned administrative rules that were put in place by Obama and Trump. And I'm going to put the links to all these stories down below in the comments when we're done. But the timing of this, the Supreme Court last spring put a stay on the execution of these changes, because these changes were put into place on early June. They put a stay on it, and the ruling is supposed to come down from the Supreme Court sometime in the near future. And there's speculation that these regulation changes, these definition changes, are meant to circumvent that Supreme Court ruling. And the way it affects everybody here is if you're homesteading that Waters of the U.S., if you read that, they could enforce those rules on wet weather creeks where there's no water in them at all. They could do it on small farm ponds, and the National Agriculture Association, or I can't, that's not the name of it, but one of the big agri groups was trying to get farm exemptions carved out of this thing, and they won't do it. So yeah, that's something to look at, and something to look into, and watch that ruling that comes down from the Supreme Court. And while I was doing that research on that, Secretary of Agriculture, Tom Vislak, he came up because naturally, he's in charge of the EPA and he's in charge of the USDA and all that stuff. Naturally, he came back up, and so I started reading some of the things that he's been saying recently. And back this summer, I don't know exactly when. It's in a link for this. He talks about transforming agriculture, and he uses words like climate and equity and justice in transforming agriculture, the agriculture business. And I don't know about you guys, but that kind of scares me, because anytime any politician talks about transforming anything, invariably it leads to way more regulations and invariably a loss of freedom. No.
Transgender now. Oh man.
I don't know what I don't know. I didn't see that.
You know what? Oh man, I have this video that I want to do, and I really want to speak my mind on this. And it's Ulta Beauty. Their store just done pissed me off. I am pissed. And they did a podcast and put two men in drag, transgender. One of them's got full-on beard going on, and they're sitting there talking in their podcast on how hard it is to be a woman in America today. What the hell do you know? Are your breasts hard after you trying to dry up from having a baby? Did your uterus break? Did your tailbone break when you gave birth?
Okay.
Oh,
put a break on it.
Brr.
That's not where we're going tonight.
Brr.
Okay.
Get me started
Exactly.
on that.
Gross. Okay. So I gave you those three things, and now I want to tell some positive things. Okay. If you live in Nebraska, out in western Nebraska by Gordon, Nebraska, which is out by Hemsford, they're having a lambing and kidding workshop on January 28th at the feed center, the Craven Feed Center, on January 28th from 9 to. It does cost money, but it's put on by the Nebraska Goat and Sheep Association. Thank you, Rosie. She is kind of cute. You have a good night too. But they're putting on a lambing and kidding workshop at the end of January. if you're out there in western Nebraska, northeastern Kansas, eastern Colorado, you can go to that. And I posted this event on the freesteading event page with all the contact information. So you guys, if anybody's interested, you go look at that. And
there's also another one the last weekend of January. It's January 29th. If you go to Midwest Preparedness page, and on there, somebody had posted in Wichita. It's going to be at I can't remember the name of it, but it's a diner and pie place. And from 2 to 4 on the 29th, they're getting together. So there's an open invite to anybody that's on there. So this would be a great way for anybody in the Wichita area to meet like-minded people and start a network there.
Well, and like I was saying, I posted this on the freesteading event page. We highly encourage anybody that finds out about any of these classes, workshops, expos, festivals, whatever. If you know about this stuff and you find out about it, get on freestyle.com and make an event on the calendar, put all the contact information on there. And if you are part of the state group that event's going to take place in, go post it on the state group and let everybody know in that state group that it's there. Because I posted that on the event calendar, and then I posted in the Nebraska group, and somebody from Nebraska messaged me in freesteading and said, I'm from Nebraska. I didn't even know this organization existed.
Mm-hmm.
And
they even put cookbooks out. I've got some of their cookbooks.
So he was planning on trying to go to that. So it's something we can do to help each other, because the more we get out there, number one, you're informing people and getting people involved in things like that. And number two, by putting it on the calendar, we're not bumping events up against each other like we were last year. That was one of the main goals of having the freesteading calendar up. And if you're not a member of freesteading, at the very least, go sign up and get into your state group, because you will meet people that are close by you that you didn't even. Would you stop licking me?
Aww.
The puppy licking me.
Puppy love.
But okay. And then the last thing on the farm happenings, on the farmprogress.com site, which is one that I use, they've got a Kansas portion of that. There's an article on there. It's a commentary, actually. It says "Where I Come From" by Betty Hayes. This is the name of the column. And this month she wrote about the caretaker in sickness and in health. And she starts out talking about her family, everybody in her family being sick. But then she goes in and she talks about her husband, who was running a fever, but had to go out and take care of the animals. And it really struck a chord with me, because I was out feeding the animals with a pinched sciatic nerve, and I literally had to crawl back up the stairs on my hands and knees because it hurt so bad. Yeah. We go out, and she made the point, we've got the animals, and no matter what, we have to take care of the animals, no matter how we feel, no matter how sick we are, no matter how emotionally distraught, whatever we are, we have to go out and take care of the animals. If you've got animals, it's the responsibility that we took on, and it's important that we do that. So it's something to think about. If you're thinking about getting animals, you need to remember that. And anybody that's on here that's got animals, I think you'll agree with me. It sucks to go out when you're sick, but the payoff is well worth it.
Well, and it's just like what happened the other day. You went to go get a bale of hay, and friggin' Chris is out there doing chores with pneumonia.
Chris, the neighbor.
Yeah.
You guys met him on one of the lot. Yeah. He's out there on pneumonia. I went to pick up that hay bale, and here he comes. He comes out there. He's got a what would you say? A helping hand that lives with him. Is that what you call?
Yeah, he's a hired hand.
They got a hired hand that lives with him. He came out and was helping me, and then here comes Chris. He got dressed and came out. I was like, "What are you doing out here? Yeah. Why are you out here? You got pneumonia." And he's like, "I got to take care of the animals. I got to get."
Yeah, they got dairy cows and bulls and all kinds of stuff. So
yeah, puppy's not so cute now, is she? Smacking your face. Jason says Classes and training are great. We're doing a small butchering class today on pigs.
Yeah, nice.
Yep.
Yeah, we're probably going to be doing something like that here pretty soon with lambs. We're having a problem with locker dates, and I now have to see if I can piggyback another lamb in. I'm going to have to beg and plead to get another lamb in for butcher on the 27th. Otherwise, I'm going to be losing my locker date to give it to somebody else so that we can make money. And we've got three more that need to be butchered, so we'll probably just do those ourselves.
We'll farm kill one of them and grind it up, because I know how to butcher the animals. I need to practice on getting the proper cuts of meat.
Problem is, I like rack lamb. I like the chops. Well, I'm a snob,
and that's why we go through the butchery instead of farm butchering them right now.
Yeah.
Skeins, it's the same with elder care and all mom's pets.
Yeah.
She can't fend for herself, neither can they. Absolutely. Pets and the elderly, or not even the elderly, just the infirm.
I'm needy. I can't do anything on my own.
That puppy's throwing her voice. But so it's something to think about. Let's see, what else did we have tonight? If you've got time on Thursday, Spags Unfiltered and I are going to do a live stream.
Are you sure?
Well, if he doesn't get sick or he doesn't lose connectivity, he said
this is going to like the third time.
He said it was on his calendar. So, and I posted it, and I'm gonna hold him to it. He was upset he couldn't make the last. He had legitimate excuses, So we're gonna do a video on Thursday, and I think it's more of a commentary type of live stream than homesteading or anything like that.
Night, Kentucky. Thanks for joining us.
Oh yeah, night. But you guys might find it interesting if you see the thumbnail and see the description, you might find it interesting.
What time on Thursday?
7 o'clock, 7 p.m. Standard time.
Mm-hmm.
And I know. Okay, so it's in the same time slot as the freesteading Zoom call that they do, and I hate competing with that. But it's the only night I've got free to do stuff like that. So it looks like Thursday nights I'm going to start trying to do live streams. And if I don't do a live stream, I'll post a video at 7 just so that we've got the time slot with the algorithm. It's going to be 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Do you want me to take her?
No, she's fine. But so I'm gonna start doing that. We did it with Kentucky Sustainable Living, and
it turned out really great.
And yeah, that was a great video. If you guys haven't watched that and you haven't seen anybody do interviews with Jason, go watch that video and check out his channel, because it's a pretty good channel. Yeah,
Skane, sorry, I know you do on that conference call on freesteading, and there's just no way around it. And it seems like everybody has something going on, and I just don't know how we're going to get around that.
Well, and I was trying to do weekends a couple of times with these things.
They don't work.
I did that one with Native, but that hits right in the time when I'm able to work and get projects done. But so Thursdays are where I'm able to fit into my schedule. And I feel really bad. The good news is, folks, if you do get onto our channel and you watch that Zoom call usually goes way past 8 o'clock. They've got it from 7 to 8, but they go way past that. Here, take her. She likes chewing on my beard.
Yeah, you get a lot of people, a lot of homesteaders, and it's just like you get 28 people for dinner that's only supposed to take an hour, and we're closing down restaurants because we all have so much to talk about, and it's so good to see each other.
If you do get a chance to go on, see Jonathan last week was like 3 hours.
Yeah.
If you do get a chance to go on that Zoom call, I highly recommend it. I got on there once, and it was very, very, very informative, and it was very good. I need to get on there more often, just with everything that's going on. We're not getting done till 9 o'clock, and then I'm like ready to go to bed right after I get done with these interviews and these live streams.
Well, and now we're getting to the point too where it's working inside, so now we can get more done, and so we do go later with that. So,
but So that's where we are. You know, the future of the channel. Like I said, we're God, they were on
Till
it
11
till
p.m.
11 p.m. Oh my goodness,
Is that David the Good?
that's crazy.
Wow.
I can't do anything that long anymore, especially after 10 o'clock, man. I'm done.
He's like falling out of the chair.
But you know, like I said, we've kind of found our niche on the videos.
Did we?
Yeah, we've got the cooking videos, we got the homesteading, and we've got the preparedness stuff. You know, and I just, you know, I honestly, at times I don't understand YouTube. You know, YouTube kind of is changing the algorithms, and shorts are becoming more important, and it they really do help.
Hippocrates. Yeah.
They really do help your channel grow by doing shorts, and you have to search around and find out what it is. For us, the stupid animal shorts, like the puppy barking and the chickens and all that, that's what people want to see.
Well, I think it's one of those things that those are short. It's just a really quick way to just be able to look at something and take your mind off of all of the drama and the crap that's going on.
Yeah, but the thing is,
it's a nice break.
It's unique for each channel, because I tried, like I said last time, I tried replicating Tag and B's wood cooking videos, and I did the one, and it did not perform anywhere in the same ballpark as what theirs do. You know, so it's just,
well, you're also not B.
Well, there's a lot of videos where she's not in them, you know, and it's whatever the algorithm decides is good for your viewers, or what your viewers want to see. So, you know, we're learning how to do this, and like we said, we want to grow this channel. We want to extend our reach and make it so we can share with more and more people. You know, so it's part of learning.
It's just so important that we all know that we're in this together and we're not alone. Everybody's striving for somewhat near the same goal. We're all trying to get there. We're all trying to get to a spot where we're not chained up and just trying to be free and live our lives and do what we need to do. And man, sometimes you get into that, you can feel so alone. And even if you know one other person, you can still feel so alone. And you get everybody together and you start talking and you realize there's more people in every state, sometimes multiple people in your own state, and you start realizing, man, I'm not alone, and I have somebody who can encourage me, and I have somebody who's made this mistake. How did they do it? And just because we did it our way doesn't mean it's going to work for you.
Right.
You may need to do something different, but dang, you know, if we have something that went horribly wrong, we want to let you know it went horribly wrong and why it went horribly wrong, if we know why.
Yeah, Joseph G. Right, that algorithm guy, he wants to be obeyed.
Yeah.
And then Scanes, I've tried a few times to straddle a few lives, but just have made a few choices. Like I watched y'all on Tuesday. Well, thank you. We do appreciate you showing up, Scanes, and thank you for connecting with me on freesteading today. And watch pinball on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I like pinball. I don't know why he's got such a bad rap, but there's nothing that's come out of his mouth that hasn't come out of ours. So I don't see anything wrong with him. And I hope he continues to go the route that he's going and encourage everyone else too. So I think he's doing, sometimes when you speak truth and you speak out and you are blunt as to what's going on and what needs to be done, there's a lot of people that are going to take offense to that. And a lot of people that are not, how do we put it? They're programmed and they're not going to change their opinions. And all of a sudden you all become terrorists. And so, you know, it's just one of those things. And so I hope he continues to speak the truth, and I wish him well. I hope he does really great.
Well,
and he does a lot of good things for the community too.
Yeah.
Like his Christmas giveaway, they did a toy drive and food drive. Like he did raise money for food and all that. And they went and put all those groceries. I couldn't believe it. His truck was loaded. It was awesome.
Starla, go take care of yourself.
Yeah.
You need to get your rest. So what I was going to say about the live streams on Thursday, if you have a channel and you would like to share your message with people, contact us and let us know. If you know anybody that's got a channel or even if they don't have a channel, but they're willing to get up on an interview, let us know and we'll get in contact and we'll see if we can't do an interview with them. We'll do a live stream with them.
Well, that being said, we are very discerning as well. So you can recommend anybody that you want.
This is true.
But we are going to check out their channel and we are going to see what they're doing, make sure they're doing what they say that they're doing. Because we're not going to just go interview some schmuck that has hired people doing all of this farming and he's telling you how hard he's working. We're not doing that.
But we have to find out about these people. So you have to let us know. Gosh, we're going on an hour. This one was kind of on time because honestly, the update did not last that long because it was like pantry and holiday stuff. That was it. That was it. And I didn't want to talk too much about the animals because I did a video. Didn't want to bore you guys with it. But so we're going up on an hour. You guys got any questions or anything you want to talk about before we go? My call to action, get us names of people that you would like us to contact and talk to.
Skins Girl says, I've wanted to start one. I just don't know where y'all find the time and I don't have anywhere near going on what you do. Skins Girl, you just got to find out what your niche is. You'd be surprised what you do that somebody else is going to find interesting. Are you canning? Are you, what do you do every day? So like I find canning very relaxing. I don't think of that as work. I don't think of it as anything out of the ordinary. So I'll be canning and then all of a sudden somebody will say, why don't you have the camera on? And I'm like, because I'm just doing me. I'm just being me. So figure out what those things are and start there. And that might help you a little bit.
Grateful Hearts wants to know if you got anything thick and chunky for Christmas.
Jalapeno jelly. That was pretty good. Brandy made jalapeno jelly and we had some of that. It was good. No, nothing thick and chunky. So, but are you we've got the next camp out coming up too, and it's April, I think.
So RN, the saving turnip greens in 9-degree weather. Here's what happens whenever it gets down below freezing like that. The cells in the plants freeze because they're the greens on those are cellulose, just like basically it's what lettuce and stuff is. When it freezes like that, the cells get hard, and when it thaws, that's when they become mushy. And the only way you can cover those or take care of them when they start getting that cold is to cover them up with straw. That's the only way I know to do that.
Skins Girl, exactly. I probably would have watched that video too, because we all need to learn how to fix pipes. So you probably should have taken us all underneath the house and fix pipes.
I hate getting in crawl space. I am seriously thinking about when I redo the bathroom to put a trap door in it so that I don't have to go through the crawl space to worm pipes. That's how much.
Is there any crawl space to get underneath there?
Well, Darren got underneath there.
I think it's just in the 2 rooms. I don't think it's through the whole house.
Yeah, and busted pipes are no fun. Yeah. Oh my goodness, we've only had to deal with one. That was three winters ago. Yeah. The year that we heated our house with nothing but wood by accident.
Yeah.
Jonathan, I already started replanting. It was 82. I hate you sometimes, Jonathan. Seriously, just rub it in.
But you're going to be up here soon enough.
Dug up 5.6 pounds of sweet potatoes on Christmas Day after that cold front killed all the vines. God, we dug up all those sweet potatoes right before it got cold, and we put them in the greenhouse to harden, and they all froze. They all froze, and they thawed, and they froze, and they thawed, and now they're only good for goat food. Yeah. So
I'll probably take a couple because I think I can put them in water and get starts.
Okay, you need to get out there and get them before it freezes again.
Yeah, I need to get started in.
Joseph G. Starlet or Skane says, I now got to add redoing pipes in spring. There's not much space by the time you get the middle of the house. core muscles are so sore from crawling on my
Right.
belly. She's over there in the corner.
Yeah.
You need to go grab her.
I got a dog and
Yeah.
you and
Go ahead. Make sure use that PEX. Use that PEX whenever you redo it. Yep. That Joseph G's got right. Use that
yeah.
PEX. Absolutely.
Yeah. We'll get starts going from those purple ones soon. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Those are probably my favorite. Those were the ones in Louisiana, but they call them Japanese sweet potatoes.
Yep.
So yeah, she's looking for food, but she can't get turbo because Manny's a butthead.
No, she's over there to have an accident.
No.
Have it.
Oh yeah, because she can't.
We don't have accidents. We have purposes now.
No, she's just
She's gonna get in
walking around.
trouble.
She's right here.
RN says, I picked 150 to 175 pounds of turnip greens before the cold snap and covered some with plastic and covered the plants. Oh, excellent.
Nice.
Excellent. Skane says, if you can, seriously, Skane, if you can replace that galvanized pipe with PEX,
Yeah.
you won't have any busted pipes.
Yeah.
The only place
It'll stretch out 9 times its size.
the only
it
place that you'll have problems is at your joints if you don't crimp them properly. I am sold on PEX to replace PVC and copper and galvanized any day. Anytime you can do it, it's well worth the effort.
Yeah, we were pleasantly surprised because even this house is PEX. So we've got PEX throughout both.
It's older
both
PEX, so
sides.
I'm not sure how good it is.
And I think Tag looked at it and thought it was great. They had that color. So, ow.
She's over here.
But yeah, and
Oh,
yeah, it
yes,
is,
way
and it's
cheaper.
cheaper. So yeah, so it works out really well. But anyway, okay. So does anybody have any questions, suggestions, anything like that? And
Hey, Storm Rider, thanks for stopping by.
hey,
If you're one of our new subscribers,
thank
we really
you.
appreciate
Welcome.
you. We really
Yes.
appreciate you showing up to this.
Yeah. So, all right. So we've got planting coming up. Now's the time to start getting sweet potato slips started. And we'll go through, you can catch some of our older videos. And I've got that in there so you can see how I do it.
If speaking of planting, Tabletop Homestead did a live last night, and they were talking about their germination cabinet, and it was very interesting. I highly recommend you go out there to their channel and watch the replay of that live stream.
Yeah, and we're going to be doing an interview with them this month too.
You need to get.
I got to get that scheduled. I'll call her. Yeah. And so, do we want to do that on a weekend?
Yeah, because we want to drive out there.
Not during the week.
Yeah, not during the week.
Well, we could probably do President's Day or something like that. You've got 2 holidays this month, right?
Just 16th, I've got off Monday.
Okay, so we can try to figure something out then. But yeah, so we'll get that going. So we'll be out there with them, look at a market garden and how to get that going, and just kind of organize and get your farm making you some money. So we'll do that. In fact, I've got the turnips that she brought me, and I've had them in the freezer. I need to go ahead. I'm going to pick up the rest of the ingredients, and sometime in the next week, we've been going through it here, so I think we're getting low. I'm going to have to do another load of Flu Buster and iron soup. So I'll get the rest of those ingredients.
Daria, Shadow, and Alice.
Hey, guys.
Is that who I think it is?
It is who you think it is. Oh my gosh. I saw pictures of Arya
Cindy.
and Alistair's. Oh my gosh, his haircut is so dang sweet. So cute.
They cut his hair?
He cut his hair and it was his idea.
Oh my goodness.
He's such a handsome, but anybody with Alkire blood is handsome, so, and beautiful. But yeah, no, they're getting so big.
Yep.
Man, yeah, I'm so glad you guys were able to join us. Thank you guys so much. Wish I could get out there. So if you guys want a really great florist and you're in the Colorado area, you ever go up to Estes Park, in fact, it's for sale. And if you buy this floral shop, then my cousin can actually come and visit me more. Actually come visit me. And so but her shop is for sale, and it is Enchanted Florist there in Estes Park, Colorado, and one of the best shops, and she's got some great staff, so you'd already be set up and ready to go. So yeah, go by her shop, but also support her if you're not going to buy it, and just support her. She does beautiful weddings and just she's a great artist anyway, so but does a really great job.
Well, Storm Rider, who suggested that you come over so we can
reciprocate?
reciprocate?
Yeah.
we tell them thank you and
Great.
send some people their way.
Yeah. Oh, that's
we
awesome.
need that's one of the things we talk about all the time
Mhm.
is helping each other out. This is a virtual community that's just as important as a real community.
Yeah.
People make all kinds of connections here and meet everybody.
Oh,
yeah.
Jonathan, I was going to show you something real quick.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, well, I saw it and I thought of him.
Oh, your vinegar.
Yeah. So the pear vinegar that I did, look at that mother on there. And so right there, but I thought of you. I know you got your hotel going, but I'm going to clean this out and get the vinegar out. So I was going to save the mother for you if you wanted it. And I'll just start a new hotel with it if you want it. So just let me know.
Oh, is Billy? Yeah, Billy's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
Love Billy.
Yeah. So so Jonathan, it's yours if you want it. It's the only out of all of them I did. This is the best mother. I just don't think I got the rest of them filled up that way. But or full enough or just different, because some is medicinal vinegar, some is cleaning vinegar, and then this one, of course, hair vinegar.
Yeah,
body
this
vinegar.
isn't kombucha. This is kombucha. This is
No, he could
can't
use
use
it.
that.
Yes, you can. It's a mother. Yeah, you
can use that for kombucha.
Yeah, why not? Why not? How do you think they got it started?
Yep.
So so if you want it, Jonathan, it's yours. You can always try it. Just try a separate jar, see what happens. Maybe we'll create something
he's making
new.
Pineapple vinegars.
Oh,
that
yummy.
sounds good. That sounds really good.
Huh, I might have to try that.
You should probably do a video on making vinegar, homemade vinegar.
Rain Country has done that. She's got so many videos on vinegar, and Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. Stacy's done it. I don't know. I just say it might be overdone. But
I remember back when we lived in suburbia. Gosh, we just moved there. I tried making apple vinegar, and it was kind of a disaster, kind of a smelly disaster.
Jonathan, but I have tons of kombucha blob already too. All right, fine. Well, it's not going to do you any good with vinegar. You're not going to make vinegar out of that. It's going to go to kombucha. So the vinegar just builds and you get that mother in there and it's good for you. But I won't eat it. I won't drink it.
I love a shot of vinegar.
No, the blob, the mother.
No, I won't eat the blob.
The SCOBY.
Will not eat the SCOBY. That's a little too hardcore for me.
Right. Yeah, Rain Country is great. Heidi does a really good job over there. And I wish I could see more of what she's got going on. But yeah, she does a great job over there. Has some really good ideas and just kind of making things work. So her cabin, I think I've only seen her in the kitchen over there, but it would be interesting to see what else she's got. I thought I read vinegar mother is different makeup from a normal kombucha SCOBY. Maybe I need to read about that more. Jonathan, I don't know. Try it, man. I'll try it.
You were just adamant about it that it was the same thing.
Well, why not? Let's try it. If it fails, it fails. If it's good, it's good. Maybe we create something. Maybe we find something new.
He says it's different.
Anybody tried doing it with the vinegar SCOBY?
I don't know. B says it's different.
What does B know?
Jonathan says
I'll get on a kombucha camp and I'll find out.
Okay.
So, but I still might try it. Why not? Why not try it? What do you do? Just throw it away? Something that's good?
Sure, it's drinkable. It tastes like vinegar.
But I think kombucha kind of tastes like vinegar.
No, that's why I like it.
Because you have to flavor it to get it down. But
one of my favorite drinks is Haymaker Punch, and it's a punch.
Oh, is that the difference? Vinegar doesn't get carbonated. Oh,
yeah, but
kombucha gets carbonated.
You could carbonate. I guarantee it from doing enough beer making. I guarantee I could, if I wanted to ferment or carbonate kombucha. I bet I could.
You always go get that carbonate. Where is that? Where you make your own sodas and that kind of thing? Doesn't that have a CO2 cartridge or something in there?
It's a little bit different. Natural carbonation is different than.
Wow. But yeah, so that's it. So we'll see. I might try it, Tag. There's got to be something. I'll do some research. There's got to be something to do with that. It can't just be
God,
wasted.
Kombucha is another thing I can't have on this diet. Too much
Why?
sugar in it. It's loaded with carbs.
Oh, then you can't have vinegar either.
Hey,
No, vinegar has sugar in it.
Fermented sugar. The kombucha's got way more sugar in it.
It's fermented.
Kombucha has way more unfermented sugar in it than vinegar does.
I don't
Yes,
know.
I have read up on
those
it.
pears have a lot of sugar.
And that's what they use. The bacteria eats it, turns it into the alcohol, which is vinegar.
Well, vinegar doesn't turn into alcohol. Alcohol turns into vinegar, right?
Yes.
No, are you just saying that to shut me up, or is it real? Is that true? Because wine goes
the
to
same.
vinegar.
It's a acidic scale. Is what it is. It's
okay.
they're on the acidic side.
Okay.
But yeah, always experimenting around here. There's another thing. You know, I talked about starting reading again in that video yesterday, and somebody turned me on to the 100-book challenge, which is where you read 100 books in 1 year. Personally, I'm not going to do it. I don't have the time right now to sit down and read 100 books. I got too much other stuff going on. I am gonna read on a regular basis. In fact, I sat down tonight and
night
and read another chapter out of that book. But if you guys are readers and you decide that this is something you want to do, I want you guys to do it, and I want you to share your experience with us. I want to know what it takes for somebody who's homesteading to read 100 books in a year, if you can do it, or if you're just living your regular life. Personally, that's like one book every 3.2 days or something like that. And that's just way too much.
Do audiobooks count?
Nope, you got to read them. You have to physically.
I don't know. You could be a homestead and
Dock Creek Farm already ordered the book. Yep, I read it way back when it came out. I think I read it in 2010. I got
2 books of the Bible each count.
And now you're cheating, John. You're just cheating there. I think there's something in the Bible about that.
Like I'm drinking ketchup. What?
What'd you have?
I don't know. Tea. Oh.
Did you take a drink out of that?
Yeah, I did.
God, don't do that online.
Oh.
It's not as good tasting as ketchup. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, books are good, but how do you do 100 books and livestock and remodel a house and everything else that goes on that you have to get done?
Tag wants to know what it is.
Well, this is iced tea, and this is a Miller Lite because, and I know what he's going to say. He's like, but you drink Bud Light. No, I don't anymore because I am too white and not gay. So they told me that I can't drink Budweiser because I'm not woke. And so I took them for their word.
You keep going on these tangents that we don't need to be on tonight.
Yeah, not enough hours in the day. That's true. Seems like there's never enough time. And even when I
remember when we were young, it's like you had all the time in the world, just like, I'm bored.
You know why? It's the koozie. And so we have in Weston, it used to be McCormick's. Holiday bought it, and it's a distillery up there and really super cool. They've got the is it Granite Springs? I think it's Granite.
Did they buy Granite Springs?
I think so. I think they're Granite Springs that are in there, the natural springs. And so they make some of the best whiskey and things that come out, and vodkas. And they're even starting to import some of the Irish cream directly from Ireland.
Dog Creek's wife reads, but she doesn't watch YouTube. Yeah. I bet if we didn't do a live stream tonight, I could get a lot of reading in.
Yeah.
Jonathan, when I was a kid, my dad always said only boring people get bored. So I always did my best never to be boring. Okay.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, you start getting older, and all that time that you had as a kid, wow, it just seems to evaporate.
Joseph G. I buy books all the time, but don't read them. Yeah, I don't know. I buy books and then go through them and get what I need out of them and all that. But I don't read books. I'm kind of a weird person.
Ken Squatch knows about the pub under the restaurant there in Weston. Yep.
The pub under the
You've
restaurant.
probably never been to it. You're absolutely right. That is a good pub.
We're over by the French restaurant.
I can't tell you exactly where it is. It's been a long time since I've been there.
Yeah, I can't remember if there's a pub down there or not. But yeah, no, I love Weston. It's a really good place.
So there was a bar. There was a bar back when I was like in my early 20s there outside of Weston that was literally in a barn, and the floor was all that rough hewn wood, and they would.
Oh, I don't think that's a pub anymore. They're making cigars out of there.
They would literally take bags of peanut shells and throw them on the floor because all the cowboys would go in there and spit their tobacco on the floor.
Gross.
It was not what you call a high class place, but you go there. There's some salt of the earth people that used to go to that place. That was going up there.
Was it like a metal barn?
No, it
on
was
the main
was,
street.
No, it was an old wood. It was like right outside of town.
Oh, yeah, that's not what I was thinking of, because they've got that metal barn building that they do the cigar rolling competitions in, and then have the humidor, the walk-in humidor, and all that stuff downstairs.
So that's one of the cool. If you're ever in northwestern Missouri, go to Weston because it's a historical town, and it's one of the few places in Missouri that you can still find tobacco barns that are operational.
And just the story behind it is really neat. The Missouri River used to run through there, and so there was a earthquake. When was that? Do you remember what year that was? But there was an earthquake, and it literally moved the river. Weston used to be one of the biggest ports in Missouri, and yeah, super cool. Not far from here. I don't know why we don't hang out more there.
Because it's too far, and we don't have the money to hang out. Hanging out costs money. Yeah, and the holiday bought McCormick's, and they do sell a better quality alcohol, but I'm not going to lie, McCormick's, you probably seen it in stores. I've seen it all throughout the country, but they used to sell their whiskey in these little clay jugs with a cork in the top of it, just like they did back in the 1800s. And it wasn't the best. It was not the best whiskey. I'm not going to lie, but something about drinking out of that bottle with the cork in it was
kind of cool.
It was kind of neat.
So, but let's see, Jason, I have a lot of books and don't read some of them. Yeah, we do too. Many of my books are just for reference, Joseph G says, and that's kind of where I'm at. So all of mine are herbs and vitamins and medicine and trees and plants and all kinds of goodies. So cooking and that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm more of a reference girl myself. But I don't have time to sit down and read a book either. I would do audiobooks just fine.
And you guys,
which reminds me, I need to give Tag back his 1984. It's skipping in my car, and I don't have a CD player in here, so I think my radio is bad.
There's Spags. We were just talking about you, Spags. We were talking about the live stream we're doing on Thursday.
Are you actually going to show up?
Yeah. See, somebody's a naysayer.
Hey, so I have a question for you on the rolling the cigarettes and all that, Spags. So on the tobacco, I did the American Club tobacco, and it's all right. Nothing great, nothing to write home about. And then our neighbor grew some tobacco and brought me some, and so I mixed some of that in with the American Club, and that actually tastes better. And so, but I'm having a problem. I'm either getting them too packed so that you're not getting smoke, it's just burning, or I'm getting them too loose so they're falling apart and there's loose tobacco everywhere. So is there a correct measurement to this? Is there a way to do this that everything's not falling out? Because at this point it's a pain in the ass, and I don't know. I think I just spend the $34 on a carton of cigarettes.
Why? Why would you do that?
I'm dealing with a lot.
It's hard.
It's just inconvenient.
So just launched a video. I know it. If it's the video, I think it is. You guys go out and watch it because it's a precursor to the conversation we're going to have.
Oh Lordy,
on Thursday. It's a precursor. So go over to Spags Unfiltered when we're done with this and check out his video. Now I I got a bone to pick with Spags.
Oh,
He did his stupid things that conservatives say, and I disagree on the whole assault rifle thing. Now I started thinking about it, and tags dogging on his
precursor to the video tomorrow.
He
Tomorrow's Wednesday.
tags picking on him because of his spelling, but there are a whole bunch of stupid things that conservatives and patriots say, and
Spags said it's a precursor to the video tomorrow,
and
then 2, and then it's
he's typing with his fingers.
It's not a messenger. Measure
Oh, he's talking about your cigarettes.
Oh, wait. Okay, then I totally don't even understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I told you the other day you're putting too much tobacco in it.
Well, so what's the measurement? There's no instructions with this thing.
You just feel it. You learn how to do it. It's an art.
Become one with the tobacco.
It's an art.
Oh, damn.
You rely too much on technology.
No, I guess I need to try to do it like I'm cooking, I guess.
So anybody that doesn't know about these little cigarette rolling machines, you put the tobacco in the little tray, and then you push the lever.
I have a roller can squatch, but it's that automatic. It's the what is it?
And
it's the top-o-matic, and it's manual. And so I'm filling it up. It says fill the corners first, and then go to the inside. And so I did that. That's the only freaking instructions that you get with it. And then you got to kind of pull it in, and you put the tube on the other side, and then you get through. I've gotten it stuck twice.
She packed so much tobacco in that little thing that it just it turned into a little brick, and she couldn't move the handle. So I had to get in and get it out. And yeah, she was smoking one the other day, and it was burning like a log.
I was like, what the hell is going on here? And so it was crazy.
It was not burning like a cigarette.
No, I was like, what is wrong here?
Yeah, exactly. There's got to be a YouTube video on it.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Duh. I should pick that
Contact Virginia Root. She knows how to do it.
Yeah. She's got one of those automatic machines. I need to get one of those.
Spags is right. Just quit smoking. It's cheaper and more healthy.
Well, actually, I got to tell you, so it was really funny to me, and I need to talk with our neighbor to find out what tobacco he grew, what the name of it, because I have a stinking feeling that it's medicinal. And I'm telling you, I really felt like I was getting pneumonia. My chest was tight. My lungs were burning, that kind of thing. I know. And I was smoking, and I don't want to hear it. And so, but when I wanted to see what that tobacco by itself, what it tasted like. And literally I took 2 drags off of that, had to put it out. But the next day I've all stopped coughing. Like my chest is not tight, it's not hurt. So I think I'm going to be putting this particular tobacco up for medicine, and not be smoking that or blending that with anything. So I'm excited about that, and that was something nice to explore and figure out. But I'm not a doctor, nor do I give medical advice, so it is what it is.
Yeah, she's not telling people smoke when they're getting pneumonia.
Right. That would be stupid. But well, it's just like, did your mom, if you had it, oh, your mom didn't smoke.
My mom didn't
so if you had an earache, then that was the big thing. They break out the Pall Mall non-filtered and take a drag, and my grandpa would blow it in your ear real low because it was supposed to take the earache away. I don't know, but you can't shoot that stuff down.
Aren't that what menthols are for? Don't you smoke menthols when you're getting sick? Isn't that?
No, I think menthols. Somebody said, oh no, what are those ones? The cloves, and those have fiberglass in them.
I agree with Joseph G. You better off just quitting. And I'm sorry, Spags. It's cheaper.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Well, we are going on an hour and a half.
Oh, it's time to go. Yeah, we're gonna cut it.
So tobacco is
a good dewormer. Yeah, absolutely. We've got a lot of that around here though. So
chewing tobacco will deworm a person too.
Anyway,
I got hit a couple times and ended up swallowing a great big chaw, and it'll clean you out big time, both ends.
Yuck. So anyway, all right. Well, an hour and a half, I think that's enough. So we are going to Oh,
So-
on.
Oh no.
That says on.
No, it does. Oh, it does.
It does say on.
Well, you need to just understand.
Oh,
You know exactly what she's talking about.
I'm not sure. That's maybe
Well-
that might be Jason.
She's saying Jason can't. Jason's her cousin's husband. She's saying Jason can't spell now.
No.
Okay. So as a reminder, we've got affiliate links in the description below. Get a bunch of free stuff from Harvest Right. You get money off on sun ovens if you use the link. We've got our bonfire store with the shirts and everything.
Your EMP shields. Make sure that you
EMP
hit that
shield.
link.
Oh, I forgot to put the what is it? Grumpy is the code.
Grumpy.
Put the EMP shield code Grumpy.
Mhm.
If you want to know more about EMP shield, Spags just so happens he did what 4 or 5 days ago maybe on what an EMP shield is.
Mhm.
I wanted to ask him if all the internet EMP experts came out of the woodwork like they do. I think it may be time to change my code, my discount code again. I don't know.
No, we're not going back through that again. That's not happening.
But so yeah, so that go watch this video if you want to see what a EMP shield is. You go to go to their website empshield.com. I tell everybody I'm not an expert on this stuff. I just happen to know people that are, and they've got probably the most transparent website out of any bit, not just EMP business, EMP shield type business, but out of any business out there. They've got all their testing data up, and the sales guys will engage with you and talk to you if you ask them stuff. So
Yeah, and highly backed. We've got who was it? It was Tom. What's Tom's last name?
Tom Holland.
He did a commercial for us, and then or for
Is that
EMP
Tom
Shield.
Holland his name?
No, it was he was Trump's Homeland Security. I can't remember. But anyway, so there's all kinds of letters and all kinds of stuff from the government and
Tom Holman.
tested Holman. That's it. Yeah.
Tom Holland's an actor.
And but yeah, so it's credible, and they have more behind their pudding than a lot of other so-called EMP shields. So
yeah, we believe enough in the company
Mhm.
that we invested in it. So
yeah.
so we tell everybody, that
Mhm.
we recommend. We don't tell. We recommend that everybody go check it out. At the very least, check it out and decide for yourself. Don't listen to us. Don't listen to the so-called EMP experts, because there are a ton of people out there that think they know everything because they are able to change out a light switch, and they just don't know what they're talking about. I mean, to the point that it's almost dangerous at times.
Mhm.
So do that. Go support each other. If you've got channels you want us to check out and maybe interview, let us know.
Hey, Storm Rider, thank you so much.
Yeah,
And he
absolutely.
said, although it's my first time here, thanks for your info and attention to others' preparedness. Much appreciated. That's what it's about. It's about sharing with each other. It's about taking care of each other,
Yep.
helping each other out. And this is part of what we do with the community and helping each other, working together, working on each other's homesteads, and helping each other learn. This is just what it's about.
You
So-
got anything final to say?
And Jonathan, yeah, happy New Year's, and happy New Year's to you all. May this be a prosperous and blessed year, and may we all walk in a path with goodness and love and appreciation and creativity, and just have a fabulous year. Let's make it better than the last 2 years, and it's going to take a change in our attitudes and a change in us to make sure that we pursue that. And most of all, make sure you guys go live a life done free.
And I'm gonna reiterate what I said in that New Year's Day video. The only thing that you have 100% control over in your life is how you react to stuff. And how you react to stuff is going to dictate how things play out in your life, and it's going to tell people a lot about who you are. So keep that in mind, and try to work on taking control of that one aspect of your life that you have 100% control over. And have a happy new year. Attitude is everything, like Tag says. And like Tag says, hold the line. We're going to use his tagline tonight.
Don't give an inch.
And don't give an inch. And stay unfiltered and go live a life done free, folks. Okay.
Bye,
Y'all
guys.
take care.
We
Have a
love
good
you.
evening.
Happy New Year.
See you Thursday.